adjustments too. I think Abigail Dayton going down to the 9-hole, she did a really good job. And when you move down to the 9-hole, that doesn't always mean something negative. I think that's a good spot for her to really turn the lineup over this game.
8-5 Kansas, 15-0 Oklahoma. The first pitch into Presley Limbaugh is in for a strike. All right, good job. We were about 7 minutes behind schedule, and we get underway at 4:18. That Andrew Shepard, man. The 0-1 misses outside. Presley Limbaugh, the center fielder. You're going to be familiar, Sooner Nation, with a lot of these names. A lot of familiar faces from the same Kansas team that the Sooners saw last season. 1-1, bounced foul at the plate. Kansas started the day with a dominating performance over Marshall down the stretch. Tight game early, and Jayhawks found another gear. 1-2. Ooh, that just missed a little bit low. Limbaugh was the leader for the Kansas Jayhawks last year in hits. And her .393 average was the best on the team. She chops one towards third. Nelly quickly, gloves, throws. Safe is the very late call over at first base. And Jenna Bullion is over at first, and it wasn't the most confident safe ruling that we've ever seen. This is what Presley Limbaugh does.
It's a very good play by Nelly over at third base. The way that she kind of flew in to get that ball, and then really good throw. Just kind of seemed, it didn't seem as if she's throwing it as hard as she typically does. And I think that's where the question kind of came, is it was a slow throw, but did it get there in time?
Ainsley Linduff takes the first pitch for ball one. Just underway in game two for both teams today. Could be a double play ball. Gabby on the back for one to first. 6 unassisted 3. Ball don't lie, 2 away.
That's a Dental Depot double play.
Well, when you wonder about close plays like that, sometimes the softball gods have a way of making it up. Not saying that's what happened here. Here's Haley Kripe.
You really want to use review on the first play of the game.
Yeah, I know. That's true. First pitch to Kripe moves all over the zone for strike one. Kripe out of Royal Center, Indiana. The junior. That looked like a pretty good pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Started in all 54 games last year. Was the leader in runs batted in. She had 39 last year. 11 multi-run RBI games. Couldn't stop her swing. 1 and 2. Pretty good last week. Had a 2-hit game against SIU. 1 for 4, drove in a run against Texas State. 1-2 pounds pops out of the mid of Bella Emerald. He's had 2 multi-hit games this season, including a 3 for 4 performance against Missouri State this year. Drove in 4 runs in that game. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Landry got her swinging. Inning over. Sam Landry works around the leadoff infield single to, quote unquote, set him down in order. We are at the bottom of the first inning. Oklahoma heads to the plate in the Omni Oklahoma City Hotel Classic. Your perfect getaway awaits you at the Omni OKC. This is Sooner Softball from Learfield.
Find more trucks and more savings during Ford Truck Month at Bob.
Here we go to the bottom of the first inning, scoreless between Oklahoma and Kansas. Jayhawks come in at 8-5. There's Kaylee Washington against the Sooners second baseman Ilana Ogbayani. First pitch, a little bit low. Marty Azabedian behind home plate. Jenna Bouillon over at first, and Perry Owens, a familiar name, over at third. By the way, third base, where the infield is drawn in. There's a strike. Flanagan over at third for Kansas. I love this color when Kansas showcases it in every sport. Baseball, basketball, football, that more of a baby blue, kind of a UCLA blue. Here's the 1-1. Ogbayani swings through it. 310 average for Ilana. Maybe even more impressive is that 474 on base percentage, though she finds herself behind here, a ball and 2 strikes. Can do a little bit of everything. Slap, chop, bunt, hit for power. Fouls that one off.
I think that's really what you want to see at the top of the lineup, is just getting yourself on, whatever it takes. I think she's doing a really good job. She's got really good barrel control. She can place a bunt.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Got her swinging. Don't see that very often. Oklahoma Sooner, as far as a roster is concerned, stats among the least amount of strikeouts for a team in college softball. And here's Ella Park, 1 away. First pitch is high, ball 1. Team, let's see your strikeouts. We'll double check this with the updated numbers, if they're updated. To the NCAA site. Here's the 1-0 to Parker. That missed somewhere. That looked like a pretty good pitch. Crazy thing is, looking at the numbers in the SEC, pretty much can get everything you need from the conference stats. 2-0 is out. Oh, there's a called strike. Bella Smith, by the way, gave up her first run of the season in game 1, which means she will no longer lead the country in ERA. She was at 0.00. 2-1 to Parker is called strike 2. But according to the final stats that we had, see, they have this on here, I believe, at a .49, which would be good for 9th in the country right now. Here's a 2-2 to Parker. Pops it into shallow left field. Boy, that wasn't played very well. In fact, it's dropped out in left field. The struggle bus came and picked up Wallace, and that ball just kept drifting further away from her. And if you want to fight the theory that when the wind is blowing this direction at Love's Field, it knocks down the balls to left field, that might be Exhibit A for you. Could be wrong.
I think that is exactly what just happened there. I think it was a tough read off the bat, but it held up.
Well, in a scoreless game, Oklahoma will take anything to break a mini streak of some tough starts at the plate. First pitch strike to Sid Sanders. Yeah, the game notes. Let me look at those real quick, because the numbers in the first inning usually have been a spot where Oklahoma had been dominant. Sanders takes it high, 1 ball and 1 strike. 17-6 is the score differential in the first inning. That'd make that 17-7 after game 1 today. 1-1. Wow, hammered foul, way out of play. It's such an unfair level, though, of expectation that you're held up to, right? I mean, even saying they haven't been all that great in the first inning, I mean, that's still unfair. Sooners on the season only have 2 first-inning home runs. See if Sid Sanders can break that here with this 1-2 pitch. Popped up on the infield. Easy play is made over at first, 2 away. That's Olivia Bruno, another familiar name. And there's 2 outs for Pickering. I mean, how unfair. Oh, you mean you're only outscoring them 17-7?
No, you just read off a stat, and I was like, only? What does that compare to in the country? Two home runs in the first inning.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. Here's the first pitch to Cassidy Pickering. It's a little bit up. Everything when you say, only, it's.
You sound a little bit spoiled.
It's very spoiled, right? And it's that level of expectation that this program has cultivated over the last, Patty's been here 31 years?
Yeah.
Here's 1-0 pitch to Pickering.
Even in the pregame
1-1.
show, she was talking about how she expected more home runs from this offense. I was kind of shocked by that, just not really knowing this offense. I mean, she obviously recruited them and knew what they're capable of, but I feel like they've hit a lot.
The 1-1, pop foul. And I think even Coach said, you got to remember, though, what we're comparing everything against. One of the greatest senior classes of all time.
Yeah.
Cassidy Pickering in the cleanup spot for Oklahoma, which will mark the 8th time this season that Pickering has hit cleanup. They get 9 after game 1. That's high, 2-2. No sooner has hit more in this 4th spot in the lineup than Pickering, who has not been necessarily navigated through the lineup as much as she had at this point last season. Action clock is at 3. The pitch. Got her swinging. What an inning for Washington. Works around. They did rule that fly ball to left field a hit for Ella Parker because I guess the glove was never touched. Strikes out 2, and we head to the 2nd. Oklahoma and Kansas are scoreless. This is Sooner softball from Learfield.
It's Chevy and GMC Truck Month at 7.
A Case and Associates.
Second, Oklahoma and Kansas are scoreless. You are tuned in to the Omni Oklahoma City Hotel Classic. Omni Oklahoma City Hotel, your perfect getaway awaits you at the Omni OKC. Destiny McElroy is there. I'm Chris Plank here, and Olivia Bruno will lead things off against Sam Landry. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1.
Saw some good stuff from Sam Landry last weekend. I thought she looked really good. She was mixing in lots of changeups, and in any count, she was doing it well.
She has been sharp this season for Jen Rocha. The 1-0 pitch is in for a strike.
She's got a really good drop, and she's averaging about 70 miles an hour. And then with her changeup, she's able to take about 10 miles per hour off. So that's really tough as a hitter to make that adjustment.
Bruno, the senior first baseman, is hitting .286. Tried to check her swing. Don't think it would have mattered. Strike 2. Oklahoma's staff heading into today was number 4 in the country with a 1.38 earned run average. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Back-to-back Ks. Strikeouts this year brought to you by Tinker Federal Credit Union. There's 1 away. News 9 brings you our game day weather, and great job this weekend, David Payne. We are set up for a fun Friday and Saturday. You get a passing grade, my man. 77 degrees outside. First pitch to Anna Souls is a little bit in, ball 1. That wind is out of the southwest now, shifting just slightly. Gusts of up to 25 miles an hour, 17 miles an hour, rather consistently. Swing and a miss. 1-1. The only concern I see on this 7-day forecast is the chance of rain on Sunday. Can't have that. 1 ball, 1 strike. A little bit in, 2-1. David Payne, the Oklahoma weather expert, with your News 9 game day weather update only on Oklahoma's News 9. That takes care of all of our pregame responsibilities outside of one. As the 2-1 pitch from Landry heads home, bounced foul. Our opponent preview presented by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Oklahoma, connecting Oklahomans to quality health care through every stage of life. These are two teams that have seen each other a lot historically. 126th all-time meeting. As the 2-2 pitch misses ball 3.
Lots of changes to conferences this season.
This is 127. Sooners' overall number in that, 82-44. Full count pitch. Got it. Swing. That's back-to-back-to-back Ks from Sam Landry, and there's 2 away. Though it feels like in Kaylee Washington, they got something here with the freshman righty. 8-5 on the season, and won their first game earlier today in run rule fashion over Marshall. And Jennifer McFalls, talking about one of the great names in college softball, their head coach. There's Ava Wallace. Left fielder takes a strike. Ooh, called a ball. My bad. Got jumpy. Looked good to me. That is our opponent outlook, presented by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Oklahoma. Of course, Falls spent a little bit of time here at Oklahoma with Patty Gatso, but as Coach told us in the pregame, she lost her to the Olympics. 1-0 swing and a miss.
And that's when you know she's a great coach. She's created a really good program over there.
It was not in the best spot whenever she came in. And came over, I should say, from Texas. The 1-1, pop foul. You think about programs like Kansas, and Iowa State, all the teams that we regularly face in the Big 12, that I hope the powers that be realize the importance of this sport and continue to give Jamie up at Iowa State and Coach McFalls the resources to be as competitive as they can.
Yeah.
1-2 skips to the back spot.
They're always a really good opponent. They're typically going to show up and show out. They're going to put up a good fight.
Two balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to the left-handed hitting Wallace. The left fielder waits. Here it comes. Wow, full. Pulled the string on an off speed, and Sam Landry strikes out the side. 4 straight Ks for the librarian. That's what my man Sean calls her. She's got the glasses. She's calculated. And she was devastating for the Sooners there in the second. We head to the bottom half, Oklahoma. Nellie McEnroe-Marinas will lead things off for the Sooners in the bottom of the second inning of the scoreless game. If you want to know who's doing a whole lot for the state of Oklahoma, look no further than the people of Oklahoma Oil and Natural Gas. From contributing billions to education, funding medical research, and supporting the arts, they are deeply invested in the well-being of our state. Heck of a start to the weekend for the Sooner third baseman. Went 2 for 3, drove in 2 runs in the opener. Takes a strike from Washington, who was outstanding in the first inning. What are you seeing here early on from Kaylee Washington?
I think she's just trying to get ahead in the count. She's not afraid to get after them. She hasn't left anything belt high. Keeping the ball down in the zone is really good.
Swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. We'll flip the schedule tomorrow. Sooners and Kansas will turn around and play each other first. Prime time against Marshall. Wow, Washington out there throwing BBs. Third strikeout of the game, 1 away.
Looks like she's got a lot of spin. Can't replay in here, so I think it's tough for me to see that up close, but the ball seems to be moving up and out of the zone right as the hitters are breaking.
She's a freshman out of Topeka, Santa Fe Trail High School. Malloy hit one that left a dent in the right field bleachers and takes the first pitch for a ball. Best outing of the year. That'd be tough to say. She just went the full distance against SIU last week, Southern Illinois University. Complete game 1 hitter, as that's fouled off by Malloy. Struck out 7, walked 1. And even in her debut against Florida Atlantic back on February 6th, 3 2/3, didn't allow a run. But she's only factored in the decision 3 times. She is 2-1. That loss came to Ole Miss as the 1-1 pitch misses high. 2 balls and a strike. Into that Ole Miss game, to her defense, she came out of the pen. 2 balls and a strike. Looped in a shallow right center field, falling fast. It's down for a hit. Sooners get their second hit of the game as Malloy powers one into right center field. Here's Gabby Garcia. Just muscled that one out there from Tia Malloy.
I think she kind of came in with some a vengeance. I think not starting last game. I don't know if that sat well with her when she gets her pinch at bat and sends one out and then gets to start this game and gets herself on base.
First pitch to Gabby Garcia is a strike. We got our 3rd inning shout-outs coming up. For those new to the broadcast, we do this on the radio side. And with our simulcast presentation the first couple of weeks, you get a taste of it on the TV side. Pitch is up. Twitter handle at OU on the air. Shoot us a note. Let us know where you're listening from. We try to fit in as many as we can. That's at OU on the air. But the 3rd innings have been incredibly fun. I mean, there's so much going on. Been wild the last few games. 1-1 by Garcia, skied down the left field line, running away, slicing away out there and out of the reach of a very challenged Ava Wallace. She gave it all she could. It's got to be tough for Kansas. They've never played a game in here. Now, Wallace obviously a newcomer. She's a freshman. But even for the veterans like Presley Limbaugh and Ainsley Linduff out in the outfield, I mean, they would come to Norman, they knew what to expect.
Yeah.
They've never played in here before. We played Kansas in Lawrence last year, did Oklahoma. 1-2, line drive, caught it short, throw to first, back in time as the ball skips away from Bruno over at first. Kripe made a heck of a play, and on her throw to try to double off Tia Malloy at first, it skipped away from Bruno over at first. Good. Quick catch by Fale Palima Steele over there at first base to make sure she got the freshman back. Well, there's Bella Emmerling, 0 for 2 earlier today. Sooner starting catcher, transferred in from North Carolina. First pitch, had a cut, fouled it back. So coming up next half inning, at OU on the air. That's at OU on the air. And we appreciate everyone who's tuned in all over the country, hearing from all over the world. Poland, Germany, Australia, New Zealand, all in our first game. Here's the 0-1 to Emmerling. Runners going, late jump from Malloy. The throw is on time, but the tag is not. Malloy steals the bag. And last week we talked about how Oklahoma appeared to be really down the list in the stolen base stats in the SEC. It's the Michael Jordan meme. It's like Patty Gasso took that personally. Sooners had a bin. Now Jennifer McFalls is coming out, which she's going to challenge leaving early.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. This has been a constant challenge throughout the year. And I should say more specifically over the last 2 years.
You think they're challenging leaving early or the play?
At second base,
Yeah.
This is where I got caught up last time. Because we'll watch on the replay. Now, you have to be specific on what you're challenging, is my understanding. Because challenging leaving early is completely different than challenging the play.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't have a replay monitor in here, so we can't see. Our reviews are brought to you by McIntyre Law, the law firm you should turn to for all your personal injury needs.
It did look like a close play over at first or at second.
Yeah, they're two completely different things. Now, I've been 0 for 1 on thinking plays were leaving early as opposed to a call at the bag. What's been cool about the rules in the SEC is you usually get a replay. Now, my understanding was they are looking at second base. So that's one clarification.
Okay.
But that's not. There's two different angles. There's two different cameras that are actually shooting second base. And actually, you know what? I think it's 4. Because you have the 2 on the light poles that are angled from right center and left center field. Yeah, see, watch this angle that we're getting here in the stadium.
I kind of think her foot sneaks in there and they tag. Oh?
Yeah.
Oh. If it's play.
That is going to be close. Looks like she might be out a second. Yeah. Well, at least we got the clarity on what it was.
Yeah. Close play.
Oklahoma last week was at the bottom of the SEC in stolen bases. They were tied with Arkansas. They stole a base to move into 14th. Let's see what the call is. They're going to call her out. Nope, they're going to say safe.
Ooh.
Now, again, this is the Hawkeye review system, replay system. And I'll have to double check. I don't know if they're new cameras or cameras that have been there and now the technology is where it is.
Yeah, I feel like I need a little bit more information on this.
Oh, we'll get it. We got a doubleheader again tomorrow, Destiny. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Emmerling with a runner now in scoring position. That's low. Ball 2.
Great slide.
Oh, absolutely.
Over at second, getting that back foot in.
So 4 stolen bases in the opener, 1 here. That means Oklahoma now has 29 stolen bases, which would have them now 5th in the SEC. 2-1 has popped up. Left side foul territory over to make the play, and in the half inning at third is Flanagan, and that'll do it for the Sooners. Rather lengthy bottom half of the second inning because of the review, but all for naught. We'll head to the third. Oklahoma and Kansas scoreless. You're listening to Sooner Softball, presented by Love's Travel Stops, the heart of the high. Proud partner of Sooner Softball with multiple locations in Oklahoma. Planet Fitness can help you with whatever you are getting fit for. Join today. Fit for.
That was fitting after our conversation.
That's true. We're talking about how we were watching the performances that are taking place between breaks and how tired we would be. Destiny admitted to doing too many jumping jacks today. Here's September Flanagan. In a scoreless game, first pitch in the top of the third is just off. Ball 1. Sam Landry's been solid so far. 4 strikeouts through her first 2 innings, has allowed just 1 hit. That runner was erased on a double play. The 1-0 is low to him. Two more games tomorrow for the Sooners. And then 1 scheduled for Sunday. 2-0. I have no idea where that pitch missed. Ball 3. Now, in fairness, we don't have the replay monitor. And we are a little bit elevated, slightly on the first base side behind home plate. 3-0 from Landry to work back from. Ball 4. Now, that's a rarity.
Oh, our fans don't like this.
Sooners won earlier today 9-1 over Marshall. Took them a little bit of time to get going. Well, you put 3 on the board in the bottom of the third, then a 4-run 5th ended it. And there tonight, it's early evening, I guess we can say. 5 o'clock approaching. Quitting time, as my dad would always tell me. Sooners off to a bit of a slow offensive start here against Kansas. And the story is the first pitch is in for a strike. I think it's been Kaylee Washington and how good she's been first time through the lineup for Kansas.
Yeah, she has been good. I think keeping this lineup off the base paths is huge. A couple of strikeouts, getting them to pop up, it's huge.
1-0 misses, or the 1-0 is in for strike 1-1. This is Bailey Amezcaya. The catcher. You hear the Kansas bench. 1-1, fouled back. Good cut by Bailey. Tatum, the second baseman, waits on deck. And that is the 9-hole hitter. Two hits for the Sooners, one hit for Kansas. Landry brings home the 1-2. Good cut. Amezcaya fouls it back. We see you checking in all across the country. How about Aaron Kortschins pushing midnight in Germany? Stick with it, Aaron. Stick with it, baby.
You got this.
1-2 is low. Ball 2. 2-2. Gary's in New Hampshire. Samantha's down in Ardmore. Jay and Maggie listening in the car on the way to Norman. That's Mara's parents, our athletic trainer. You know Mara. Yeah. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fouled straight back. A couple good cuts here. Amezcaya.
I love all the families that tune in. Have you heard from the Pickerings?
We did. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's usually the first shout out. I apologize. I'm behind on my game. Cassidy's grandparents in Willow Creek, Montana. Took a little off the 2-2, misses low. No signs over at first at all that you could see Flanagan on the move. She'll be moving here, though. 3-2. No, she won't. Cold strike 3. No even thought for Flanagan to be going anywhere on that 3-2 pitch. Chalk up the 5th strikeout of the day for Sam Landry. And here's the 9-hole hitter, Tatum. Left-handed hitting junior. Bit of a struggle this year. Only at 190 with her average. Takes the first pitch a little bit low. How about this from JK, listening and watching from Baptist Hospital. Thanks for giving us something to listen to while dealing with health issues. Get well soon, JK. Joe Bob out in Lexington, Oklahoma. Kelly and his crew down in Perry, Florida. As the 1-0 pitch misses low. Toby's on the road as Bella's going to go out and talk to Sam here. Isabella Emmerling, the catcher. Uncharacteristic missing of the zone here by Sam Landry.
Yeah, she's bringing some heat, but yeah, she's missing just right outside the corners. Not up, not down. I think it's just in and out. She's kind of struggling a little bit.
You're saying Toby's on the interstate from Fort Jackson, South Carolina to North Carolina. Casey Schleicher from Elm Creek, Nebraska. Larry down in the St. Pete Sooner Den. Lori, Mike, Mom Phyllis out in Barnstall. All right, meeting's over. Let's get back to work. 2-0 count to Emma Tatum. Scoreless game, runner at first. Swing and a miss. Whatever Bella Emmerling said there, bottle it. It worked. 2 balls and a strike. Nellie's in tight over at third. Creeps in a little bit more as strike 2 is taken. Sooners do lead the SEC in several pitching categories already this year. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. That's hit pretty hard to center field, but Abby had a beat on it the whole way to make the catch, and there's 2 away. Debbie and J.O. are out in Montezuma, Iowa. Kenneth and Allen, Texas. What's up, Micah? The Micah. Tim Skyfris is out in Lexington. Mark's out in Irene, South Dakota. Scout and Scarlett Wingfield, Berkeley and Brinley Ferguson are watching from Machito, Oklahoma, as the first pitch is fouled off. Okay, listen, Cassie. We had the Tupelo fight last Saturday. Yeah. I think you're pulling my chain by telling me that you're listening from Bachito, Oklahoma. Never heard of it in my life, but I'm here for it.
Now they're just making things up.
I think you're making things up. The 0-1 is a little bit low. This becomes one of those moments where a great Sooner legend was from Bachito that I'm supposed to know.
And you're going to get called out for it.
And Dennis Stats Kelly's going to be so mad at me.
And I have an excuse because I'm a California girl.
That's right. And I've been here
This is all
forever.
you, Plank.
1-1. Slapped. Diving it short by Garcia to second for the force. No. What a play by Gabby Garcia. That ball was blistered through the 5-6 hole. But she sprung to action and nearly got the force out at second. Patty Gasso is asking if they should challenge it. And Ilana Agbayani says, yeah, challenge it.
Yeah, that was a heck of a play. And, I mean, for Gabby Garcia to cover that much ground, lay it out, make a play, I don't feel like it should have been that close. September Flanagan should have been on her horse on that one. I think she thought it was getting through and she was going to slow down and kind of round second base and see what happened in the outfield.
Well, we know this much. There's no doubt about what they're reviewing here. They're reviewing the play at second base. And what a play on the hot shot to short by Gabby Garcia. Boy, I wonder what that moment is like whenever your coach asks, should you challenge it?
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure.
And you say yes. McIntyre Law, the law firm you should turn to for all your personal injury needs.
Agbayani was pretty confident in that decision to replay.
It was close. Heck of a play. Maybe one of the best plays we've seen Garcia make. Well, it's the difference between runners at first and second with no outs. Oh, wow. She might be out.
It was a perfectly placed hit right through the 5-6 hole. I thought that was getting through, and she came out of nowhere.
I will say this. Garcia, as soon as she jumped up, she thought that the runner was out.
Yeah.
But then again, every single time there's a close play, every single player in softball jumps up and asks for the review.
Yeah.
If they don't call her out, this place is going to explode. Because the review here on the big screen at Love's Field seems to show Agbayani having the ball in her glove just a split second before Flanagan slides into second.
What a play. If she gets this, that's a huge play.
Well, and Flanagan, again, like I said, nothing negative here. Hadn't really shown a willingness to be overly aggressive at first at all. Now, I don't question her not going on the 3-2 pitch, right? But, I mean, even jumping and getting a big lead, so.
Well, I do think she's kind of slowed down because it did look like it was a hit that would get through the infield. So it looked like she was slowing down to round second base and figure out what was going on in the outfield. But Gabby snagged that through the 5-6 hole and was ready for the next play.
How about our guy Steve out in Purcell? Mark Montgomery is listening from El Centenario, Mexico tonight. Here we come. Up. Can you tell what just happened?
Oh, no.
They called her safe. It'll be first and second. Tatum will get credit for a fielder's choice. Pardon me, Limbaugh will get credit with a fielder's choice. And here's Ainsley Landau. First pitch popped up behind home plate, find it. She couldn't. Nelly did and comes racing in to make the play. And for the second time tonight, kind of a ball don't lie situation for Oklahoma. A play that looked to be missed by the umpires, and the very next swing results in an out. How about that? Good job by Sam Landry to work around the adversity. We out of the bottom of the third inning, scoreless in Norman. This is Sooner softball from Learfield.
At Brahms, we offer more than just burgers.
Home of Sooners. Licensed in all states. See website for details.
Beat to get back in the game when it comes to health insurance for your family or just yourself? We've got you covered. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Oklahoma is connecting Oklahomans to quality health care through every stage of life. Local service with access to the largest network in the state. Choose Blue. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Oklahoma is a proud sponsor of the University of Oklahoma Athletics.
The Sooner lineup as we head the bottom of the third inning scoreless. First pitch to Abby Dayton, misses outside. The crowd here didn't seem to like it, but from a couple of our at-home umpires, there seemed to be a feeling that she was safe. Not what we saw, and that's fouled away. I can say we did confirm that Bo Cheeto is legit.
Okay.
So someone wasn't pulling my chain. And apparently there's Washingtonian ties there too. Well done. First time we've seen Abby Dayton. She takes the 1-1 pitch a little bit up. Here's the 2-1 pitch. The notorious CORN gave a pronunciation. Am I not saying it right? Bokchito? Isn't that what that is? Seems right to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Bokchito.
Bokchito. You learned something today. Dane fouls that off. Buddy Warren Blankenship checked in. Sharon Jett in Velma, Oklahoma. There's Evan, Oklahoma City with a friend. The Lees are down in Cedar Park. Yeah, they're showing the reviews here on the big screen, and it's just there's certain where there was a little dirt in front of the bag, so it was kind of hard to tell, but Sooners got out of the inning on the very next pitch. Dayton takes the 3-2 pitch for ball 4. Sooners leadoff hitter is aboard for the first time today. Well, at least in game 2.
I think that energy that call created is going to help the Sooners on offense.
Maybe so. I hope you're right. Here comes Ailana Agbayani. Jeff, Jay, and Tracy are tuned in from Inola, headed west on the Turnpike. Tim Fannings on Highway 169. Alan Mann from Miami, Oklahoma, watching in St. Augustine, Florida. Here's Agbayani. Lays down a bunt that rolls foul. Agbayani, a strikeout victim in the first. From Broken Bow, where Crystal is listening, to Tahlequah with Riley and Jordan Stark. Mikey out in El Dorado Hills, and John McKnight in Midwest City. Hank and Rita and Aubrey at the winery, and Winston out in Borger, Texas. We appreciate you. 302 average now for Agbayani. Grounded foul down the third base line. Seems like a pretty good Kansas team there. They played a fairly challenging schedule to start the season. I don't think it's quite as brutal as what they've dealt with in years past early on. 0-2 is chopped softly towards short. The only play is going to be to first. So Dayton advances to second. Nice play by Kripe. She's a good defensive shortstop. There's one away. Kansas went down to Boca Raton at Joan Joyce Field and played in the FAU Paradise Classic. And then the Wilson Invitational at Long Beach, followed by the San Marcos Classic. This is the first ranked foe they played this year. Well, it's a little bit unfair. Clemson was in the preseason top 25. First pitch, Ella Parker, is a strike. 7-5 overall. Well, including the win this morning, 8-5. They run-ruled Marshall. And they're coming off a sweep of the San Marcos Classic. In fact, they've won 5 straight games. Here's the 0-1 to Parker. Hit it hard, but foul. Ella's 1 for 1 on the day. Destiny.
She's swinging hard.
She popped the ball into left field that gave Abel Wallace all kinds of problems.
On base percentage, 646.
It's real. 0-2 though here. She reaches and pokes that foul down the left field line, and that ended up getting over the netting. Wow.
I just can't believe her stats right now. 3 home runs, on base percentage of 646, slugging percentage 957.
It's wild when you think about it.
26 hits, 23 runs.
19 RBI. The 0-2 pitch just missed outside. Wind has just been constant, blowing out of the south-southwest. 1-2. Hard hit ball through into left field. It's a base hit. They'll have to hold Dayton at third. That's how scorched that was, right through the 5-6 hole. And the runners are there for Sid Sanders to make an early statement. First and third. And Jennifer McFalls is immediately going to come out and chat.
Another big stat for her is 6 for 6 in stolen bases. Like, you don't typically see a hitter that can have slugging percentage, on base percentage, and steal bases, and have home runs. I mean, she's unreal. We'll see a good first and third opportunity here. I think Coach Gasso's ready to see that executed properly.
Fit in a couple more here. Mark is tuned in. Aaron out in San Antonio. Trey Linda Kerr out with the dogs and more. Boy, there's some fighting going on over that review call. I'll just tell you, it's hard to tell on the big screen, right? As much as Toby and Gabe and Teddy and I like to joke during the football season that the the referee will go over to this real small screen to watch the replay. It's kind of hard to truly get some of the details. But everyone here seemed to have the same opinion of that play. Right, Dross is out in New Jersey. Troy is watching from the fan cave in Norman. Kevin and Stephanie in Topeka. Bill down in Arbuckle Lake, and Johnny Rod at home Empire. Thank you all. Here we go. Meeting's over. First and third, one away. Sanders is 0 for 1. She takes the first pitch for a strike. Sid popped out to first her last time up. I want to say it was the first pitch after the gracious double that was given to Ella Parker, if you will. It's a squeeze bunt. Headed home is Dayton. She's safe. Sid Sanders executes the squeeze to perfection. Safe at the plate. It's 1-zip Sooners, and Sid Sanders, one of the team leaders in home runs, lays down a bunt by any means and whatever it takes. Chalk up the 13th RBI of the season for Sanders on the squeeze, and there wasn't even a play at the plate, or pardon me, at first base. Play at the plate wasn't even close.
No, and it was perfectly executed, pushing it a little bit towards first base, getting it right in between the pitcher and the first baseman, making the play really difficult to make at home.
First pitch is a strike to Cassidy Pickering. Strikeout victim in the first, a rare strikeout. Pickering has only been K'd 4 times all season long. First and second now, 1 out, 1-0 Sooners. The pitch, a little bit out.
There's not a ton of strikeouts with these hitters. I think we're seeing the most at 7 on the season. It's really good. It shows a lot for their pitch selection and their discipline in the box.
The 1-1, and for a strike, 1-2. Trying to find the stat through my 30 pages of stats that the SEC incredibly sends out after every game. It's unreal. Here's the 1-2. Line to the left field, racing over and making the catch is Wallace. Everybody hustles back to the back. And now the ball gets away from Bruno over at first, but not far enough for Ella Parker. That ball was smoked. That was a nice play by Wallace and left. Now there's 2 outs for Nelly McEnroe-Marinas. Nelly was a strikeout victim her last time up in the second. Right-handed hitting Sooner captain. First pitch popped up behind home plate. That's going to get out of play. Sooners lead the SEC in hit by pitches, which is probably no shock. But it's kind of wild with some of the starts these teams have had, where OU is kind of middle of the pack in some of these offensive stats. As the 0-1 pitch is outside. 10th in the league in team batting average at .323 leading into today. But 5th in the SEC in slugging percentage, 7th in on-base percentage.
Wow.
At .468.
Who's leading?
South Carolina at .502 in on-base percentage. 1-1 is a little bit low.
Where are we at in stolen bases? Is Florida still leading? I know we went up a little bit, but.
Stolen bases, Florida has 46. Oklahoma with 5 on the day has 29. So I don't know what's happened in the LSU or Texas games, but they would be 5th in the SEC now. Here's the 2-1. Line sharply down the left field line, foul. So if this is correct, that number seems pretty high to me. But the Sooners are among the best in the league at strikeouts. Now, not being struck out, I guess, would be the more proper way to put it. Missouri is a team, their hitters have been struck out 96 times. OU just 39. 13th out of 15 teams. 2-2. Nelly popped it up behind home plate. Look out. Oh, we almost had a chance to make a play. It's about as close as it's ever come for us. It hit once and it came over. I was ready.
Yeah, we were going to have the assist on that.
That actually hit off a closed window?
Yeah, it did. It would have gone in. What is that, PA over there?
It's Andrew Shepard on the PA today. Spotter Shep. 1-0 Sooners. Bottom of the third. First and second, 2 outs. The pitch. Nelly lines it deep to right field. At the wall. It is gone. Nelly McEnroe-Marinas. A bomb over the right field wall. And Oklahoma has taken a 4-1 lead on a 3-run shot from the captain. Oh, Nelly, my Nelly. A bomb that got out of here in a hurry. No shots to right field are not wasting any time. Like Tia Malloy in game 1. Nelly leaves in a hurry. 4-0 Sooners. How about that?
I mean, that was incredible. Opposite field bomb after fouling pitches off. She's really working for a pitch that she can work with. Letting that ball travel deep into the zone, sending it opposite field is huge.
Tia Malloy had a big home run cut, swung through it for strike 1. That Sooner home run is proudly brought to you by the dedicated people of Oklahoma Oil and Natural Gas. Sooners needed something to jumpstart this offense. How about another 2-out rally? Another big cut by Malloy. Did I mention the home runs brought to you by the dedicated people of Oklahoma Oil and Natural Gas? Because if I didn't, let me remind you that for Nelly McEnroe-Marinas, just her second home run of the season. And for the Sooners, their second on the day. Pounded foul. So as a team for the Sooners, that is home run 23 and 24 which would currently have them in second place right now in the SEC. All right, I'm putting the stats out.
That's what the people like, Plank.
I guess so. An 0-2 count to Malloy. She lines one hard in the left field, but right there to make the play is Ava Wallace. All right, this Sooner hitting attack is starting to tee off, and Kaylee Washington keeps grinding. But a 2-out, 3-run home run from Nellie McEnroe-Morenas has given the Sooners some life. We head to the fourth. Oklahoma 4, Kansas nothing. Here we go to the fourth inning. Oklahoma leads at 4-0 over Kansas. Today's broadcast is presented by Love's Travel Stops, the heart of the highway. And today's game sponsor is the Omni Oklahoma City Hotel. Your perfect getaway awaits you at the Omni OKC. 4-0 Sooners. 3-run home run from Nellie McEnroe-Morenas has helped the Sooners get a little breathing room. And the first pitch to Haley Kripe is a ball. The crew from our friends at SSP swung by during the break. Kelly Collier. Emily was here as well. Exciting times, some big-time things ahead here from a fan experience and also from a sponsorship perspective for Sooner softball. Keep your eyes peeled as Kripe swings through the 1-0 pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kripe 0 for 1 on the day. A strikeout victim in the first. Bounces this one to short. Garcia backs all the way into the outfield grass trying to get the hop. The throw across is skipped and late. Infield single for Haley Kripe. Tough play there. Really between a hop.
Yeah, I think on that one it's tough because it came off the bat so hard, but you've got to come in and get the ball before it takes that next hop.
Olivia Bruno 0 for 1 as well. First pitch, strike. So many familiar faces for the Kansas Jayhawks. Bruno, one of them, as there's a strike. Think about it, she's a senior in a sport where you don't have to worry about people leaving for the pros early, so this will be 4 straight years that Oklahoma has seen Olivia Bruno, and she pops this one up on the infield. Agbayani takes a few steps back, makes the catch, and there's one away. And a Souls. I will say the one tip of the cap, well, not one, the many tips of the cap you can give the Kansas Athletic Department is what they did facility-wise. Souls digs in, the left-handed hitting DP. Strikeout victim her last time up, and she was fooled on strike 1.
There's that off speed.
It's been filthy today. Rocha Ballpark, by the way. Rocha, excuse me, not Jen Rocha. Rocha Ballpark is perfect. Perfect for Big 12 softball. The 0-1 skips away from Emmerling. Off to second goes Kripe. So Kansas puts a runner in scoring position for the second straight inning.
Kind of rare for Emmerling.
I want to say that's only like her second pass ball. That one, little check swing, just got a piece of the bat. One ball and 2 strikes. And they are ruling that a pass ball. We'll double check. Not an official ruling as of yet. Here comes the 1-2. Way inside. Nice job by Emmerling to save that. One final thing on my 30-page of stats from the SEC.
I love it.
Sooners still number 1 in fielding percentage, so
There you go.
that'll bring a smile to Patty Gasso's face. 4-0 Sooners. We're in the 4th. Bouncer left side. Nelly looks the runner back, throws across smoothly. 2 away. Souls is retired. Here's Ava Wallace.
Coach Gasso needs to have an open infield practice where everybody can see how hard she drills the infield. And then it would all make sense.
It would all make sense. Sooners broke a streak today. It was a 3-game streak, but it's a good one, as the first pitch to Wallace is in for a strike. Including the early game this morning against Marshall. It was 3 straight games in which the opponent had taken a lead on Oklahoma, and those teams were Bowling Green, Hofstra, and now earlier today Marshall. The 0-1 pitch, low. None of them over 500. 2 of those 3 games ended in run rule fashion. I'm giving up on trying to find the Emmerling pass ball stat. I just know it hasn't been many, if even one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Wallace has a nice looking average at 391 on the season. She's 0 for 1 today. Shadows start to cascade from the outfield towards the dirt here at Love's Field as the 1-2 pitch is headed home. Fouled off. Two-out hitting has been something Oklahoma's been really good at this season. Of course, the big hit in this game, the 3-run home run, comes with 2 outs. 1-2 pitch from Sam Landry with 2 outs. Line drive, right field, base hit. It's going to score a run. Malloy cuts it off, throws it back in, and a 2-out single down the right field line by Ava Wallace has cut into the Sooner lead. It's now 4-1. She got a pitch that was left a little bit up, and she ripped it. Give Wallace RBI number 5 on the season.
She cleared some space for her hands to get through. That pitch was kind of up and in.
First pitch, swing and a miss. So while Oklahoma has been the team that's been good with 2 outs, they're just 1 for 4 in this game. Kansas hitting 400 now with 2 outs in this game, and they've cut into the Sooner lead. It's 4-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. In for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Landry looks in. Brings it home. Cold strike 3 right on the inside corner. And Landry works around the 2-out RBI single from Wallace and shuts down the Kansas rally at just 1. See if the Sooners can get that run back as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Oklahoma 4, Kansas 1. This is Sooner softball from
Eating treats to armchair quarterback snacks. We've got everything that you need. Order now and enjoy the freshness and savings Homeland is known for. Homeland and Sooner Game Day delivered by DoorDash.
Garcia will lead things off for the Sooners. The 7-hole hitter lined out to short her last time up, 4-1 Oklahoma. In the 127th matchup in the history of OU softball against Kansas. First time as members of different conferences. The first pitch is a ball. Four runs on 5 hits for the Sooners. 1 run on 4 hits for Kansas. Bunt shown, pulls back, takes a ball. Never saw the official ruling. Oh, all that past ball talk can go by the wayside. They ruled it a wild pitch. Oh. That was fun while it lasted. Line drive, base hit into right field. Have a day, Gabby Garcia. Went 2 for 2, scored 3 runs, reached every time in the 9-1 win over Marshall earlier today. Smoked the ball her last time up, and now singles to lead things off in the 4th. Here's Bella Emmerling. Garcia at first. Emmerling digs in. 0 for 1 on the day for Bella. First pitch, a little bit up, ball 1. Sooners starting to hit the freshman Washington a little bit harder. A little bit more familiar with what they're seeing from the talented righty. 1-0 is popped deep to right field. Get out of here, ball. It's a home run for Bella Emmerling. Emmerling points at Patty Gasso as she rounds third. The high five wait. And Oklahoma has blown it open thanks to the long ball. And a shot that was desperately needed from Isabella Emmerling. Her first hit of the day is a big one. And Oklahoma's finding something, driving those pitches out and away over the right field wall. It's now 6-1 Sooners.
That was huge for Bella Emmerling. I think we really are pulling for her. We want her to do great, and I feel like those...
Robbie Burney, managing partner here at Seth Wadley Chevy of Ada. It's because of our promise that Seth has spent over $21 million to keep it coming back. Tell him, Seth.
That's my promise of oil changes and engines for life on newer used gas or diesel at no additional cost to you.
That's amazing.
No, that's Seth Wadley Chevy of Ada, 1301 North Broadway in the heart of Ada, or click adachevy.com. Chevrolet, let's drive together.
New pitcher for Kansas is Katie Brooks. Abigail Dayton. Abby Dayton will lead things off. She's on top of one. Just chops that one right into the dirt in front of home plate. Walked and scored a run in the first. Wait. Walked and scored a run in her first at bat. Took place in the third. She was on top of that, wasn't she?
Yeah, I really like what she's doing in the box. She's really showing a little bit of everything. Good barrel control.
No one is fouled back. No balls and 2 strikes.
She can stand in and swing. She can play some good slaps down. She can use the dirt. She's quick. She can bunt.
2 for 3 on the day with 2 runs scored. The 0-2 hit that hard and fouled down the left field line. 9-1-2 here. As Oklahoma has broke out the long ball here in game 2. 3-run bomb by Nelly. 2-run shot by Emmerling. 0-2 misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Katie Brooks 1-3 on the season in 18 2/3. 12 runs, 11 of them earned, a 4.13 ERA. Dayton takes it low. Sooners saw Brooks a little bit last year. You know, the third game of that series last year before the Big 12 tournament was quite a game. Check swing on the 2-2. It's high, 3 balls, 2 strikes. OU's won 23 straight against Kansas. They won the first game last year, 6-1, a 17-0 win, then a 7-3 nail biter. 3-2, line into left field, a base hit past the diving Flanagan at third. And Abby Dayton is aboard to restart the rally for the top of the lineup, and Ilana Agbayani. Third hit of the day for Dayton. She's reached all but 1 time she stepped to the plate in these 2 games today.
Yeah, she has been on fire and really showing all kinds of different looks to this defense. I think really setting the tone and turning this lineup back over. She's going to be a huge component to this lineup.
She's going on the pitch as it's fouled off. This is a little bit different, I would say. In Riley Boone, you had something similar to what you get in Dayton and Agbayani. The frequency with which they'll work the dirt, slap, lay down a bunt is a little bit more than what you would see at times from Boone. 0-1, a little bit low and in.
think they really work well together, too, kind of offsetting each other. You can keep the defense on their toes.
Ball and a strike. 6-1 Sooners. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Pitch low. We're laughing because Abby Dayton was dancing around over at first.
Trying her hardest to draw a throw.
Almost got it. Almost got it.
Did an aggressive stomp towards second, trying to juke her out.
Mezquia wasn't having it. 2-1 is that soft slap. 23 in a row. 26 of the last 27. The last loss came on April 2nd of 2016. During a 3-game set here in Norman. 2-2 pitch. Grounded sharply to short. Could it be 2 to second for 1 to first? Save. Boy, if you turn a double play on Ailana Agbayani, that shows you how hard that ball was hit and how flawless you've got to be in the field, because it was a cleat, a step that Agbayani beat it by for the fielder's choice. Here's Ella Parker, and let's see if Agbayani could be off to the races. Parker is having herself a game. Takes the first pitch up high. 2 for 2 on the day for Ella Parker. Singled and scored a run in the third, doubled and was stranded back in the first. The 1-0. A little bit up and away. Sooners got that very rare 4-game set against a team last year with the 3-game series in Lawrence and then the Big 12 tournament in Oklahoma City against Kansas. 2-0. Hammer. Deep to left field. It's got a chance. And it's gone. Ella Parker goes opposite field. And the Sooners have put an 8 spot on Kansas. And it's bombs away at Love's Field. Homers from Nelly, Bella, and now Ella. So much for that wind in left field. She hit right through it. And the Sooners are rolling, and the Love's Field faithful are loving it. Hard.
She can hit all parts of the field. Balls up in the zone, down in the zone, in, out.
Sid Sanders takes the first pitch for a strike. Sanders laid down the perfect squeeze bunt her last time up. She's 1 for 2 on the day. They gave her credit for a hit as that pitch is up and in. The RBI for Sanders was her 13th. Home runs this season brought to you by the dedicated people of Oklahoma Oil and Natural Gas. Sanders takes strike 2. Sooners got a solo home run. Or excuse me, a home run, the only home run in the first game from Tia Malloy. And now they've hit 3 here in the nightcap, fouled off. And they add to their list of home runs, as does Ella Parker, for the amount of home runs she's had in her career. 17th career home run for Ella Parker. Long look at the pitch watch from Brooks. Sanders pops this one up. Shallow left field. Kripe races out and makes the catch, and there's 2 away. Here's Pickering. Boy, I don't know if many players have hit the ball harder than Pickering has today. She lined out to left fielder last time up. It's been fun to watch her growth, hasn't it?
Yeah, it is amazing. I think between her and Ella Parker, I forget that they're only sophomores because they've stood out so much, even their freshman season.
There's a hard-hit ball to the right side. Really nice play over at second as the throw gets her, and that'll do it for the Sooners in a solid 4th inning. Nice play ranging towards the bag by Emma Tatum. Kansas still alive as we head to the 5th. Oklahoma, though, Right in that run rule territory fringe. It's 8-1. You're listening to Soon the Highway. And today's game is presented by Omni Oklahoma City Hotel. Your perfect getaway awaits you at the Omni OKC. With Destiny McElroy, I'm Chris Plank. Oklahoma has blown this game open here as we head to the fifth. 8-1 Sooners in our fifth innings all season long are brought to you by the Hal Smith Restaurant Group. Enjoy a great dining experience at any of our restaurants. Now we're ready to go. Sam Landry with that infield drawn in. Bailey Weber will pinch hit here in the first attempt is bunted foul. Weber out of Overland Park, Kansas. Freshman. Overall average at 182, just her 23rd at bat. Does have a home run this year. One of her 4 hits is a home run, and she was trying for it there.
Couldn't lay off the rise on that one. Landry does have a really good rise ball. Not used super often, but tough to lay off of.
The OU infield knows what to expect. They're in tight. Called strike 3. That's a short throw from Bella to Nelly. Nelly was in tight. And Sam Landry bounces back after a bit of a rocky fourth to strike out the first batter here of the fifth. That's her 7th strikeout of the game. And there is one away for Emma Tatum. Left-handed hitting second baseman. First pitch shows bunt. Takes a strike. I see so many people that have stayed tuned in today. We're grateful. Johnny Rod is all over it. Tommy Lambert. Troy asks a question, which we know is important, as the 0-1 pitch is a swing and a miss from Tatum, who flat out to center field her last time up.
Did our guy in Germany stay awake?
I don't know. He might be able to sleep a little bit now. Kevin Goodmiller, John and Jane Crane down in Casa Grande, Arizona. Emily Nelson. The question was a good one. That ball's grounded foul. They want to know what the future is of Marita Hines. Troy Lawrence asks, what does OU have planned for Marita Hines Field? Do they use it for practice? They have, and they've had to because of some, different weather things and grass growing. But I don't know if we're going to see another setting like this, set up like this again. 0-2 pitch just stays alive, and getting a piece of it, Tatum fouls it off of Emmerling. It was used last weekend, and it's being used this weekend for tournaments as part of this tournament.
Yeah.
I asked Coach Gasso earlier, is this something that you would like to emulate in the future? And it was a pretty resounding no.
Oh.
So
who wants to maintain 2 fields?
Ding, ding, ding. Here's the 0-2 pitch. A little bit low and away. And I think, Troy, I don't know if it would be many years ago before the concept of Love's Field, there was a thought of making another parking garage there. That had always been one of the rumors. Here's the 1-2 pitch. A little low.
I do think it would be used. I think a lot of youth groups are interested in it. I think a lot of tournaments
stay softball field. Yeah.
But you've got to manage it, maintain it. That's not
absolutely
cheap.
And this is a 24/7, 365 maintenance job here.
Yeah.
2-2 pitch. Tatum grounds it to the right side, through into right field. It's a base hit. There had been another question asked, and I'll just say this because I don't know how many of them are listening or watching. Asked, what's the relationship like with the fellow play-by-play guys in the SEC? I don't know. We haven't gone through there yet.
Sure will find
They're
out.
all awesome. And what's great about the SEC is you're seeing more people that are committed to doing radio broadcasts.
Yeah.
And I think that's big.
Yeah.
If it's not on radio, it's streamed where fans can get it. So it's a great crew.
Yeah.
Presley Limbaugh with a runner at first and 1 out. 8-1 Sooners. First pitch strike.
Did everybody in the Big 12 have radio coverage?
No.
Okay.
Now, they had, Kansas is here.
Right.
Kansas has brought their student radio. In fact, their broadcaster, their play-by-play guy is from Edmond.
Oh,
so this is exciting for him to be able to
Yeah.
come down and see his family. The 0-1 is chopped foul. Kansas, to its credit, has a student radio station that they've committed to doing all the games. Like their station, whoever the advisor said, let's travel you guys. Let's
That's
put you
awesome.
And it's been great. They've been doing it for years now.
Yeah.
You had like the cyclone visions and things of that nature, but not a lot of Big 12 teams did radio. Here's the 0-2. Limbaugh lines it into left field. Past it, diving Garcia. I mean, perfectly placed by Presley Limbaugh. Have a day. She's 2 for 3 and has reached all 3 times. Seeing anything here from Landry that's concerning?
No, I mean, I'm not concerned. I think that Limbaugh is just a really good hitter. She's finding her way on base. She's 3 for 3. I think she's just able to work with a lot of different pitches.
First pitch to Ainsley Linduff is in for a strike. Back to that original point, I mean, it's probably reckless to sit here on the Sooner Radio Network and try to speculate what could or wouldn't be there, but it'll be interesting to follow. It's definitely history. As the 0-1 gets to the backstop, it's another wild pitch, second of the day for Sam. And now, KU puts runners at second and third with 1 out. 8-1 Sooners. Infield comes in. They were in already for Linduff. And now Jen Rocha is going to come out. Coach Gasso in tow. For the last couple of years, you've seen Coach Gasso kind of adopt the idea of using the circle visit to talk with the infield.
Yeah.
What do you think the message is from Jen Rocha here to Sam Landry?
I think just kind of settle in. You started off hot with the strikeout, gave up a hit, gave up another hit. I think Limbaugh has done a good job, but the hit to Emma Tatum, I think you've got to kind of lock it in a little bit. You've got runners on second and third, 1 out. You've got to be able to keep the ball in the infield. You know that they're working internally. They're not going to openly say this, but they want the run rule. You've got to limit the base runners. You've got to keep them from scoring here. It's important.
University of Oklahoma and Sooner Sports Properties would like to thank our concession partners. Anheuser-Busch, Fletcher's Original Corny Dogs, Coca-Cola, The Baked Bear, Community Coffee, Taco Mayo, Wonderfolk, and Boomerang Diner. And Riverwind Casino. Its newly remodeled gaming floor has almost 3,000 of your favorite games. No surprise that Riverwind is always a good time. All right, meetings are over. Linduff digs back in, 1-1 count. Landry, swing and a miss, 1-2. Best live music in the metro, a variety of bars and restaurants. That's Riverwind. Gladys Knight tonight.
Wow.
How about that? Here's the 1-2 pitch to Linduff. Pop foul. I'm still angling for my Chicago tickets, but I think we're out of town. America is coming, Boys to Men. Great lineup of concerts with the crew out of Riverwind. Check it out, riverwind.com. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Popped up again behind home plate. Good battle here. We'd also like to thank Love's Travel Stops as the presenting sponsor of OU softball. Love's Travel Stops is the heart of the highway. That's my Love's over there across from Riverwind. That's in the hood. That's in my neighborhood.
That's your go-to?
That's my neighborhood. 10 cents off if you download the Love's app on every gallon of gas.
I do love the Love's fruit section they've got going now.
Grounder to the right side, foul. Right? Just a little plastic.
Yeah,
I'd say
they've got a good selection.
Yeah. Makes you feel healthy when you're on road trips.
When you grab that and then a bag of chips and then a bag of candy, it evens it out.
When you've eaten all the peanut M&Ms, then it's like, okay, I'll have the fruit now to feel healthy. Here's the 1-2 pitch with runners at second and third and 1 out. 8-1 Sooners lead. Swing and a miss. 2 away. Sam Landry 1 out away from getting out of this jam.
What a bounce back. Whatever Coach Rocha said, it works.
Bottle that.
She came in hot.
8th strikeout of the game. Tinker Federal Credit Union strikeout. And here's Haley Kripe. Has scored the only run of the game for Kansas and takes a strike here. You can tell the Sooner faithful are liking the energy they're seeing from this team after a scoreless first couple of innings. No balls and a strike. Landry. Sun just peeking in. Popped up. Left field. Garcia races out. Pickering's calling her off. Makes the catch. Inning over. Let's talk about that when we come back. Great communication by Cassidy Pickering, letting the freshman know, I got you. Run rule territory. We're in the county. We're in the region. We'll see if the Sooners can finish. At the bottom of the fifth inning, 8-1 Sooners. No, you're looking to end this game in run rule fashion. Nellie McEnroe-Marinas is one of the main reasons why we are here at this juncture. A 3-run home run really broke open the floodgates for the Sooners in that first pitch. She claims hit her, and the home plate umpire agrees. So she'll start walking down to first base on the hit by pitch, and there's the game-ending run. Tia Malloy. What a day for Tia Malloy, huh?
What a way to come off the bench in the first game, send one out, get your start in this game. Hard base hit.
Cheney Helton will pinch run here.
I mean, Tia Malloy is making it really hard on coach to make a decision.
Well, and I think in the small amount of time that I've had in talking to Tia Malloy, I think the one thing that she gets is this is a process, and she wants to be the best version of herself. Ground ball sharply hit to third. The throw will be to cut down Helton at second. Milton beats the throw on the attempted double play, and there's one away. She told us her decision to play at Oklahoma came down to the desire to work and learn and be coached by a strong woman.
Yeah.
She's got that in Patty Gasso. Here's Gabby Garcia with Malloy now at first and one away. First pitch swinging, drills it deep to left field, but racing back and making the catch is Wallace out in left field, and there's now quickly two away in this bottom of the fifth inning. Some of you might have been planning a walk-off party here at Loves Field. So possible. Emmerling. Homer. Her last time up on an absolute rocket. Good to see her smile. 1 for 2 on the day. First pitch. Caught that inside corner, strike one. Eight runs on 9 hits for the Sooners. 1 run on 6 hits for Kansas. 0-1 is a little bit up. You mentioned the left on base number and how you wanted to see that improve, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sooners have only stranded 2 runners today.
There you go.
1-1 pitch. Bounced foul at the plate. Sooners and Kansas will start the day tomorrow. And then we'll play the nightcap against Marshall before closing up Sunday against Kansas City, the old UMKC. The 1-2 is high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Emmerling's 4th inning 2-run home run was her 4th of the season. Hard hit foul. Look out, Coach Castle. That was a little bit over towards where Coach was. It was like she was aiming for her over there. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch hopped up on the infield. Easy play for Flanagan over at third. Makes it, and we'll play on. Sooners go quietly in the 5th. And as we head to the 6th, it's all Oklahoma. 8-1 Jayhawks headed to the plate. This is Sooner softball presented by Love's Travel Stops. Love's Travel Stops is the heart of the highway. And today's game is brought to you by Omni Oklahoma City Hotel. Log on to Soonersports.com/kids for information about joining the Sooner Junior Kids Club. Presented by OG&E and brought to you in part by Orthodontics, exclusively Mathis Home and Devon Energy. Welcome back to Norman. It's the Omni Classic. Oklahoma run-ruled Marshall earlier today, 9-1. They lead Kansas here in the top of the sixth, 8-1. First pitch to Olivia Bruno, swinging a miss, strike one. Bruno 0 for 2 on the day. He had a very weird between games, and obviously it's nobody's fault, but they were having some issues with the lineups. Nothing with the team as the 0-1 pitch is in for a strike, strike two. You and I were filling out the lineup on our scorecards as the first inning was going on.
Yeah. Little bit delayed there.
Little delay. Pitch. Reached and rolled one slowly to the left side. Nelly cuts it off. Smoothly throws. Bruno is retired. One away. Here's Anna Sol's spot. Here comes Patty Gasso, and that'll probably do it for Sam Landry. This is a spot where coaches like to go with either Audrey Lowry or Peyton Monticelli to get them a little work. Matchups matter. And as Coach Gasso pats Sam Landry on the back, listen to this crowd respond. Landry hasn't quite left the circle yet. We're waiting on the emergence. Oh, it's going to be Kirsten Deal. Kirsten Deal will come out of the pin here for Oklahoma. And listen to this crowd respond as they trade softball and the pitch watch for a little bit of relief and celebration for Sam Landry as she makes her way out of the circle. Five and a third. 6 hits. Allowed 1 run, struck out 8, walked 1. Sam Landry's day is done. Kirsten Deal, the new Sooner pitcher. I'll tell you about her in 60 seconds. It's a pitching change brought to you by Love's Travel Stops, the heart of the highway from Learfield.
Oklahoma, it's time to own a new Ram truck that works as hard as you do. During Ram Truck Month here at Seth Wadley Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Pauls Valley. Just for Truck Month, you can take $12,800 off MSRP on a new Ram 1500 Bighorn Night Edition. Or take $13,000 off MSRP on a new powerful 2024 Ram 2500 Bighorn Powerhouse with many to choose from. And there's more value in the world-class service and easy financing to make sure you get on that country road quicker than a jackrabbit. Oh, and if you have any challenges, just ask for me, Joseph Dabrowski, General Manager, to help with any bumps on the road you might have. And there's no better value than Seth spending over $21 million and counting on a promise. Tell him, Seth.
That's my promise of oil changes and engines for life on newer used gas or diesel at no additional cost to you.
Truck Month is going to end soon, so head on down to Seth Wadley Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, I-35 exit 72 in Pauls Valley, or click on SethWadleyDodge.com.
New 2025 1500 Ram Bighorn Crew D565 331, 2024 Ram 2500 D131 392.
Kirsten Deal out of the pin for the Sooners will take over in the circle. 8-1, the Sooners lead it. The first pitch is a strike to Anna Souls, a lefty. 0 for 2 on the day. Numbers on Deal, solid. 2-0 on the season, a .95 ERA. Grounded right back to Kirsten, makes a nice play. 2 away. Come on now.
What a start. That's what you want to see.
There's Abel Wallace, the freshman, 1 for 2 on the day. Drove in a run, drove in the only KU run. First pitch from Deal is right on that outer edge, strike one. 8-1 Sooners. First time we've seen Kirsten Deal today.
Oh.
That's a strike.
I feel like it's been a while since I've seen her.
No balls and 2 strikes. You were only here Saturday last week, right? Every time she walks out to the circle, she seems to get better. There's another grounder right back to her. Turns, spins, got her. Inning over. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. OU up 8-1. This is Sooner softball from Learfield.
At OG&E, for you to see.
On what has been a fun day of Sooner softball, I think it's fair to say they were tested early against Marshall and responded. And here they struggle to get things going out of the gate offensively, but OU's come to life. A 4-run third, a 4-run fourth. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 8-1 Sooners, and Abby Dayton will lead it off. First pitch right on the inside corner for a strike.
Abby Dayton herself has been a lot of fun to watch today.
Yeah. Through both games.
Yeah.
Walked and singled in this game, scored a run. Takes the 0-1 a little bit low and away. Two games tomorrow. We'll turn around and play Kansas first thing tomorrow afternoon as the 1-1. A little bit out. Back to work for Katie Brooks here for Kansas. Kind of feel like Jennifer McFalls is saying, all right, finish this off. Get us to tomorrow at 3:15. See if you can do it where they don't get a run rule, as the 2-1 pitch is a called strike.
Looks like there's only 4 pitchers on their staff.
Not the depth of arms that Marshall showcased a little bit earlier.
No, yeah. They had 8 on their
different pitchers that had thrown this year. Dayton grounds this one to second. Booted into right field. Tough hop. I mean, that was a nasty hop. I'm telling you right now, over there at second base, Emma Tatum did everything she could to try to stay with that. And that just got nasty.
Yeah.
Griggs, by the way, has checked it over at first base. Linda still in right, Limbaugh in center, Wallace in left. Griggs is now at first with Tatum at second, Kripe at short, and Flanagan over at first. Well, there's the game-ending run standing on first base. First pitch to Agbayani is in for a strike. Sooners got the leadoff hitter aboard in the 5th after the hit by pitch, but that was about it for positivity offensively in the 5th inning for the Sooners. Hard hit ball down the left field line, foul, slicing out of play. Located just minutes from the OU campus, Courtyard Norman offers affordable, stylish accommodations with tech-forward amenities. Classic Southern hospitality. Book your stay today at Marriott.com/OKCNO. And OG&E, we energize life. Bottom of the 6th, 8-1 Sooners. Agbayani swings and fouls this one off too.
2-strike battle.
Hit by pitch by Nelly in the 5th. Then the fielder's choice when Nelly was retired. Flyouts from Garcia and Emmerling into the threat. See if Agbayani can do something here 0-2. She takes it in the dirt. Good job. We should also mention Mesquez checked back in behind the plate. Well, you're looking for its 24th straight win over Kansas. 1-2. Now that one off her foot. Our plan is to head down to the field to talk to Coach postgame. How are we feeling about that? We haven't done it yet. We haven't done it yet this year. We'll see how it goes.
You got it.
It's a long run.
You're fast.
We got to get there. 1-2, a little bit out, 2-2. Haven't seen Maya Bland today. Haven't seen Audrey Lowry yet in the circle. Haven't really had to. 2-2, fouled off. Haven't seen Sid Barker here in game 2 yet, nor have we seen Corey Hicks. Hannah Core we'll see for potentially tomorrow or maybe Sunday. They definitely want her back by the SEC opener. She is Oklahoma's best defensive outfielder. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Grounded softly to the right side. This will get Dayton to second. They'll throw out Ogbayani at first. Well, Okie Phil brought this up earlier. There's something we've never had in the history of OU softball that I guess technically you could say is in play right here. OU has never had a hitter hit for the cycle. Parker has a double, single, and a home run. First pitch, in for a strike.
And she's fast enough to stretch a triple.
Just know, guys, if this winning run scores, you let Ella keep running. Season average back up to 571, and she fouls that one off her foot. And quickly, Parker's behind. No balls and 2 strikes. Action clock just reset, so they were giving Parker a little bit of extra time to walk that one off that she fouled off her foot. 0-2 pitch. Not a bad spot for an 0-2 pitch. Missed by Brooks. 1-2. Gorgeous scenery right now. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. As the sun sets, that orange hue. Rocking over at Mitchell Park. Line drive, left field. This could do it. Patty Gasso waving home the winning run. It's Abby Dayton. She slides in ahead of the tag. Ball game. Ella Parker walk it off. Oklahoma wins in run rule fashion by a final score of 9-1. They pound out 10 hits, and they sweep the day to start a big weekend here at home. All right, we'll do our best to head down to the field for the post-game show and our post-game conversation with Patty Gasso. Final score, Oklahoma 9, Kansas 1. Quick thoughts? What a game.
What a game. I thought they did great. I think offensively they looked great. Sam Landry did a great job in the circle. Deal came in through 4 pitches, got 2 outs, did a great job. I think their base running looked good. Everything was aggressive looking. I think they had aggressive plays on defense. Really, I'm really happy with what it looked like at the end of the day.
We'll make our way down to the field and hear from Patty Gasso in moments. This is Sooner Softball from Learfield.
Champions know the value of preparation, commitment, and choosing the right team. Just ask Oklahoma stars Kinsey Hansen and Kobe McKenzie.